2 of CLARISSE DEMOKOMBONA's children were murdered in front of her. She was shot in the back. She says she hasn't got the strength to look after the 3 children who survived. All she can think about is that terrible night.
Everyone was sleeping except me. I was in the corner of the hut by the door. Salika shined a torch into the hut and then started spraying bullets. I grabbed my baby and put her in a straw bag. I was shouting, "I have a baby in my hands, why are you shooting?" Then they stopped shooting. Everyone sleeping on the floor was already dead.
The 16-year-old girl was also there that night. She's lost the lower part of her leg. And this woman was shot in the back. The hospital says 18 people died, the youngest victim just 2 weeks old. The shooting happened around 5 kilometres from the centre of Bouar, deep in the bush. Gabonese forces accompany us as we make our way there. Witnesses say on the night of October 26th, a local man brought Seleka's soldiers to the hut. He told them anti-government rebels were hiding inside. There is clear evidence of what happened here. We have found spent casings and bullets belonging to a Kalashnikov. There is dried blood all over the ground. There's a dead puppy, as you can see, and even a bullet embedded in the wall surrounded by blood. The stench of death here is just overwhelming. There were 30 people crammed inside this tiny shack. It is incredible that anyone managed to survive when the shooting started. There is a grave. We're told 3 of the victims were buried here by their relatives. Clarisse's husband shows us where he was hiding. He watched helpless as his 6-year-old son was killed.
When they shot my little boy, he fell to the ground. I lay down on the ground too, and I heard my wife screaming and crying. I broke down in tears. I was devastated.
Human rights groups say security forces in Central African Republic are out of control. They've documented executions, rapes and recruitment of child soldiers. Even the president of the republic admits these people don't follow his orders.
When we arrived in Bangui, all the jobless and the big-time bandits and escapees from prison, they all dressed in uniform and said they were Seleka. It's difficult for me because I don't know who they are. It's hard for me to control them.
Most people here say they won't find justice for what happened as long as the armed men committing these kinds of crimes are also responsible for law and order. NAZANINE Moshiri, Al Jazeera, Bouar, Western Central African Republic.